These are the chapters which new syllabus should study and old syllabus need not. And here it is vice versa. So, first one, audit in automated environment. This is chapter number 4 in new syllabus study material. Similar chapter is there in old syllabus also, which is called as audit in CIS environment, which is again your chapter number 4. So here it is automated environment, there it is CIS environment, computerized information system. Second one, chapter number 10 in our material is audit of insurance company. Insurance business is divided into, insurance business is divided into life as well as the general. Generally, both the syllabus have general insurance, but life insurance is specific for only new. Old has to study general insurance. Come on, has to study general, but they need not study life. Clear? General is there. Life is not there. Now, third one. If you see your chapter number 16 in your ICI material, it is investigation, due diligence, forensic audit. Investigation, due diligence, forensic audit. Both syllabus has investigation and due diligence. Forensic audit is only there for new, not there for old. Okay. Now coming to next one. Chapter number 17 in your material is peer review and quality review. Peer review, both the syllabus has to study. Quality review is only applicable for new, not there for old. Students, come on, don't worry. It is only a very small portion, just 2 pages. Where along with chapter number 5, you have audit of LLP. Just 2 pages. Okay. So now I was telling those portions which are exclusively there for new syllabus. Now for old syllabus. First, I already told about CIS. You have a chapter called as audit of cooperative society, whereas new doesn't have. Then you have a separate chapter called as cost audit. Students, trust me, in that chapter, half of the chapter, old syllabus, half of the chapter section 148 and CRA rules. CRA rules, cost records and audit rules, 2014. And this very small portion, say 3 or 4 pages only, but this is included along with the internal control and risk assessment chapter number 3.